Hello, everyone. How is everyone? Ah, Thanks for showing up and joining me. I hope everyone's having a good night. We do have a special guest coming on tonight. So it's going to be exciting. I'm actually very excited about it. So let me just kind of see who's here real quick. Looks like Emily Chambers was here, said she's going to hit the replay mostly. So I don't know if she's still in here. C. Jackson, hello, glad you're here. Jen A. Rocks is in the house. How you doing, Jen? And Julie L. Julie, my Julie. Lil Morgan's in here. All the women representing. Oh my gosh. Scott Pigsley, always good to see Scott. And Adriana from Whiskey Mountains. Whiskey Food Dude, how are you? Who else? We're going to run through this real quick. Roscoe I can't even see Coltrane. Good to have you here. Cheers. Sugar Kitty's here with, my goodness, I think I'm getting blind in my old age. Dan O.B., Slapshot, Hot Ramen, Average Drinker, John Kranz, C. Castro, how are you? And let's see, Livewire's here. Scotch Down Under, hi Ken, glad you made it. Nate is here. Bourbon Baller, and Old Man Joe and Big Vic. Wow, look how fast I ran through that. I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you so much. We got Cool Running. Okay, everybody, real quick. I do have a special guest tonight. I'm going to bring her on in just a second. So I am bringing her on. Just so you guys know, we got a lot of stuff going on. We do have a double giveaway tonight. Doug H. won last week and decided to donate back the McKenna to the channel. So we are going to give away a McKenna, and we're going to give away a Will It Rye. I've been having trouble with my autofocus. So Will It Rye and McKenna are up tonight. Every $5 donated gets you an entry. Make sure you tag Jen A. Rocks so that she can keep track of that. She's kind enough to track. So those links are in the description, as well as the link to go check out my guest's channel. I'm going to bring her in. It's Dara, the Average Drinker.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, I feel like Dara, are you ready for this?
I'm ready for this. I'm pumped.
Me too. So we've got our stuff. Everybody, we are going to just sip through a flight of finished whiskeys. So we kind of got together to see what we both had, and I think we did pretty good. What do you think?
I think we did pretty good. We did find, quite a few. So
yes. So we're going to be drinking through Angel's Envy Finished Rye, which I have not had. We picked a bottle up, and I haven't cracked it yet. So have you had it?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I liked it. It's one I haven't had in a while, actually, but I really do enjoy it. It did pretty well in our ryes. I think we did a rye blind recently, so it's pretty good.
Okay. And then we also have a Midwinter Nights Dram, or I've got Act 9 Scene 1 pulled out. What do you have?
I have Act 9 Scene 2, so basically the same thing.
Awesome. Yep. Okay.
It's such a great bottle.
You know, I haven't had a Midwinter that has let me down yet. I'm a huge fan.
I've only actually had this one, and then I also had I think it's 5. I think we have 5.
Oh, okay.
So, Act 5, Scene 2, something like that. So, yeah.
Okay. Good stuff. And then we've got the Blackened. Now, I have Blackened Willet. What do you have?
So, mine is the Blackened Cask Strength. It's a total wine pick. It's like a blend of straight whiskeys finished in black brandy casks. So it's good. It is really good. It actually has a nice fruity note on the back end of it. So I like this one a lot.
So mine's the Blackened Willet, also cask strength, finished in the Madeira cask as well. So that'll be interesting to see if there's much of a difference on those two.
Definitely.
Hey, I see got a few more people in here. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad to see everyone.
Yeah, woo-hoo.
Yay.
I'm trying to get my energy up for you guys. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I can do this. I woke up with the cold this morning. I was telling you that. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to power through this. I got this. I'm going to bring my A game. I did a blind with Bill before this, like over FaceTime because he's in Palm Springs. And let's just say that my nose and my palate were not on point.
Well, I mean, you're here and I'm glad.
Glad to be
Thank
here.
you. Thank you for coming on and joining and agreeing to come hang out with us tonight. I know we have actually never really like face-to-face spoken, so it's going to be kind of fun. I'm excited.
Agreed. Definitely agree.
So
thanks for having me.
Yeah. Everybody in the description, and my mods will drop the link as well. Dara has a channel called The Average Drinker, and you should definitely go check it out. It's a hoot. She's got great notes. She's got great topics. Her topics are all over the place. I love it. Stuff I wouldn't even think to do. So go check her out. Make sure you subscribe.
Thank
so you don't miss anything. Okay. Did I miss a bunch of people in chat? 60 Hertz is here. And my hubby is here.
Woo! I think Bill's probably lurking in the background somewhere.
Is he? Okay. Okay, what should we pour first?
Let's see here. I'm up for anything. What are you thinking?
Let's start. You know what? I haven't had the Angel's Envy. You want to start with that?
Yeah, heck yeah.
All right.
See if I can pick the right glass. Let's see.
Are you sipping on anything already? Did you warm up with anything?
I did. So we did the blind because we were training for Matt Madness. So I wanted to get my practice in for that. And then I poured some Michter's 10 beforehand just to see if my palate was off. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't taste it. No, we're good. We're good. What did you start with anything to warm up?
Yeah, I started with the Freeland Spirits bourbon. It's just one of my favorites to kind of warm my palate up.
I have not actually tried that.
You what?
I have not tried that.
Oh my gosh, I talk about it all the time. I swear people probably think I'm sponsored by them, but it's women owned, women blended, women distilled, little distillery out of Portland. And it's lower proof, but man, is it good. It's so good.
I remember you talking about that before, and it definitely sounds really interesting. And I love that it's women owned. Like, can't go wrong there. Pretty awesome.
Deathless Dogs is here. Bourbon Bites is here. So on that note, Clifton at Bourbon Bites has invited me onto his channel tomorrow night. We're going to go through a Booker's Flight together. So that'll be kind of fun if you want to go check it out. It'll be interesting. It'll be fun. He's got
That'll be awesome.
Yeah, if someone wants to drop his link, he goes on Thursday nights as well. Okay. Again, for those of you just jumping in, it's a double giveaway. I have to say thank you to Doug H. I haven't seen him in the chat, but he won the McKenna last week. God, I'm so bad at that. I'm gonna have to practice my.
Put your hand in front of your face. If you put your hand in front of your face, then usually it'll autofocus.
Yeah,
at least it does.
I think it's my light. I moved my light, and it gives a glare, so I'm gonna have to play with that.
Oh yeah, that happens to me too.
So Doug won that, and then he said, "You know what? I just love what you guys are doing. I want to donate it back to the channel so you can give it away again."
That's so awesome.
I know. I was just like, "Oh my God, that's so sweet." It actually meant a lot to me. He's very supportive. And so we're going to give that away, but we're also going to give away the Willet Rye 110 proof. See, it's the light.
Oh yeah, it's right where that light is.
Yeah. Dang it. Well, it's there. I was kind of sad because I wanted to highlight my new blend that I got from Livewire Whiskey because it turned out so fantastic, but it will not show up on my camera. But yeah, they got new blends. It's pretty exciting.
I just got my Bourbon Junkies blend finally. I'm pretty pumped for that one.
They have some great glassware, those
I'm
guys.
gonna try to see if mine will focus. I don't know. See, I think my light's in the wrong spot too.
We're just a mess. Oh.
It's like it wants to, but the light is just in the right spot. I think it's whenever you're like doing like a solo live or something. It's like you got to have those lights. So, yep.
So Mike's saying he doesn't have a live wire, Glenn. Well, that's because he's taking care of his patrons first. So everybody in there in Livewire Whiskey's Patreon got one, and he hasn't even got his yet. So that's kind of cool.
Oh, we're about to order some for ours finally. We're gonna get some with squirrels on them eventually because I'm always like squirrel moment, and some holy mollies. Got to get all the good stuff in there.
I know. I'm so glad I'm not the only holy moly person.
I didn't even realize I was doing it, and then we started watching through the videos a little bit, and we're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm saying holy moly all the time."
I had someone say to me, "You're the only person that I ever hear say that. That's like an old person thing." I'm like, I hear people say it all the time. Quit it.
I don't think it's an old person thing, that's for sure.
I mean, it might be. I'm a little old. Hey, Greg McDonald. Welcome.
This is so good. I haven't had it in a while, but I can really I like that rum finish on it. It's really nice. It's like is it Caribbean rum or something?
Oh gosh,
Caribbean rum. It's really nice.
So this is 100 proof. Yeah, in Caribbean run cask. Now I haven't had it. I was in one of my usual liquor stores, and he's like, we didn't get much this week, but have you had the Angels Every Rye? You have to get it. And I didn't pick it up. And then everybody started talking about it. And so I ran back and got it.
You're like, actually, I do need this.
Actually, I lied. Can I have that, please? Oh, Whiskey Wars says that bless your heart is another
I say that.
Another old person saying.
I definitely say that. So I have a lot of small town Missouri sayings, I guess you would call them. I call them Dara-isms, but I'll say like bless your pea picking heart, or aw, you poor thing. Like just I don't know, Midwest things like aw, shoot, or green beans or something. I don't know. I say weird things.
It's okay. I mean, I don't know. I can't say some of the things that okay, so I grew up, my mom used to always say, holy sheep shit. I didn't think anything of it when I see something and I'm like, holy sheep shit. And I'm like, what?
I find myself doing a lot of those things, and then people are looking at me like, who is that person? Like, who is she?
Yeah. Like, what is she? I said it one time at work, and my office manager's like, what? Okay. So now I just cracked this bottle. So
oh, nice.
I might come back to it after it airs out a little bit.
This one's down pretty good.
So are you a fan?
Yeah, I like it. It's funny because when I first started drinking whiskey, as you know, I haven't been drinking whiskey for very long. And I wasn't really big fan of ryes at first. Like I was like, it's kind of weird. And then the more I get into it, the more I'm like, oh yeah, I'm all about them, especially in the wintertime. I think what really turned me on to the ryes was the Midwinter's Night Dram.
It's one of the few ryes that I really like. So like this, it's okay. It definitely has that rye note to it, that pickly, salty. I'm not a huge fan of that note at all. Okay.
It's minty. I get a lot of like spearmintiness, sweet. It's very sweet. Yeah, it's super, super sweet. Like I can definitely get the spicy notes, and then also that rum finish, but which I loved rum, and I loved rum all through college and out of college, and that's kind of what I drank before I got into whiskey. Rum and gin. So, but yeah, it's a little sweet. It's
definitely sweet.
Yeah. And it actually drinks a little, and this might be my palate tonight, but it drinks a little warmer than what the proof actually is. Like At first, I thought it was just kind of sweet, but yeah, it's definitely really sweet.
I think, and I don't know, because I'm drinking the Willet, and I don't know if yours is a lot different than mine, but I don't know.
I'm curious.
It's not my jam. I mean, it's okay. I could drink it. It's really not my thing. I know a lot of people love it. It's kind of got, I don't know if I like that rum flavor with the dill and salt and mint together.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a little different for me.
I can totally understand that. See, I like dill pickles, but not in my whiskey.
Right? Okay. Yeah, exactly. And that's why I've never been a big fan of rye, but some of the finished ryes I can do.
Uh-huh.
So hot ramen, I got to tell you a story about that Joseph Magnus behind me. So I got super excited because our regular store that we go to, we went in and they were like, "Hey, I got this. There's not very many bottles, so you might like it. I don't know much about it, but we have the Joseph Magnus cigar blend." And I went, "Oh, yeah, I'd definitely be interested in that." And we're in ABC state, so it's at MSRP. And so Will and I kind of looked at each other. We're super excited. And so he puts it in the bag real quick and we pay for it. And we get home, we pull it out. That's not cigar blend.
No, really?
We're super happy to have it. I mean, because we just don't see it here, but it's not what we thought it was.
Oh, the cigar blend is so good. I cannot find that anywhere. Like, oh.
I had a sample of it a while back, but
yeah, we had a pour of it at a bar recently, and it was so good. I'm a big fan of it. I really want to try actually the Dalmore cigar blend. I'm curious about that one.
You know, I haven't heard a lot about it. I don't know much about it. I bet
it's a little more pricey. I think it's like the Dalmore, the cigar blend, I want to say is like $259. So yeah. That's one of those that I like really usually like to try before I buy kind of thing. Like, yeah. Yeah, I'm curious to see the difference in our Blackens because yours is a Blackened Willet, mine is a Blackened. So not Willet, it's just Blackened cask strength.
Yeah, had we had our shit together, we could have exchanged samples.
Totally.
Thank you, Independent Joe, for dropping Dara's link. Link is in chat. Go over and check her channel out.
Thank you.
Okay, I have to move on from that. I kind of wish I would have done that last because now I'm just going to taste dill and mint and get a little bit of that Freeland Spirits in my mouth. Okay. Now, do you like? So you like this one, right?
Which one?
The Angel's Envy Rye, or I'm sorry, the Angel's Envy Rye.
It's fine. It's good. It's just super sweet to me, and I usually prefer something a little hotter and a little spicier.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So Chris said the Dalmore cigar blend is amazing. It's almost like a liquor and has so much orange flavor and pairs well.
I love orange. So I would definitely be like a huge fan of that one for sure.
Yeah. And then Whiskey Wars, the average drinker. I have that same Blackened. Curious what you think about it.
I love it. It's so nice. It's like, it's nice and warming, and it has a really good like fruit, like a blueberry note to it that's really hidden in there. It's good. It's good.
Okay, should we move on to that one?
Sure.
All right. So mine's the Blackened Willet. They're both finished the same now. Goodness sake. Do you hear that?
That is one cork that's stuck in there.
Like, sorry, guys.
Mine did not pop like that.
Did not want to come out. Okay. I will say the weird thing about this bottle, I don't know what it is about this bottle, but I have trouble hanging on to it. Like it's girthy around it.
This one is the same way. They look really similar for being completely different. I feel like that's such a trick to people.
Like, oh. Yeah. Shane is going to be here next week. So that'll be, he's coming to stop in and say hello at our home.
Heck yes.
And, unless he pisses me off and I lock the door. I don't know. It could happen. I'm actually very excited. Very excited. Okay.
We have quite the variety here.
Tell me a little bit about your channel. Like, what made you you just started doing lives, right?
Yeah.
Lives.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny. Like I don't know. I think it was midsummer. So I've only had my channel for about 6 months now. And it was summertime. We were talking. We're like, let's do a channel like to document like my drinking journey kind of thing. And at that point, I really wasn't into whiskey yet. And I was thinking like, I don't know, let's do this. And I can do like reviews on beers and wine and tequila and vodka, like all in, right? So I recorded 2 videos that never saw the light of day. Like they were like videos on hard seltzers, which they were really terrible, and I recorded them in my garage. And we're like, no, that's not going to work. So we decide to like do one on pumpkin beers. So it was like right before pumpkin beer season. We're like, let's get ahead of it. Everybody, like people will start reviewing these soon. So we did it. And I did that one in my living room. And then
pumpkin beers.
Yeah. Yeah. So like pumpkin flavored beer, which I love pumpkin beers. They're so good. But so then somehow I started to like try whiskey a little bit more 6 months ago. And I find that like I heard something somewhere that somebody said like, just keep trying it. Once you get past the initial burn, you'll learn to like it. And I'm like, well, that's interesting. I don't know if I believe that. Like I can't even smell it without like bleh, when I first got to it. So I kept trying it because my boyfriend loves whiskey, as you can tell. And I really wanted to like it. Like I really wanted to be into it. He was like, let's go to Kentucky. Let's do these trips and we can do tastings. And like, you know what? I'm going to like this. So I kept trying and eventually I liked it. I'm like, we should just keep doing whiskey videos. And so we started like recording on the back patio. And then we recorded in the kitchen. And then we decided to build the shelves and put the bottles up. So now we're here, but just kind of wanted to document my journey and my experience because I feel like the more I try it, the more my palate grows, the more notes I can pull out of things. And it's become really fun. And I'm super competitive. So I always want to like challenge myself to like try to get as much as I can out of everything, like every bottle. So that's what I really enjoy doing.
Well, it's so funny because, when I started getting into whiskey, it was like I had just my go-tos, my Eagle Rare, my Henry McKenna, my Michter's. That was pretty much all I really stuck to. And it's so funny now I go back to like Michter's is so sweet to me now. And, it's your palate just changes and evolves. And
it totally does. I think that has been the funnest part for me is like seeing like things that I thought like in my very first videos where I was just pulling out vanilla, caramel, and oak. And that was like like the first 2 videos. If you go back and watch them, I'm like, yeah, I could taste vanilla. I could taste caramel. I could taste oak. And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't burn too much. Maybe it doesn't really burn my nose hairs that bad. But I kind of came up with a nose hair burning scale. So then I was like, oh, if it burns my nose hairs, it might be a little bit warm. So I just kept going with it. And eventually now I'm like, it's so funny to go back and watch those videos. But what's even funnier is as the channel grows a little bit further, the funnier it is when people are watching those old videos and I'm like, I don't like the quality was so bad and I was trying to figure out the software and I was recording on my phone and so I get really embarrassed.
Wait, hot ramen. I didn't say Michter's was bad. I still enjoy Michter's. I just said it's much sweeter to me now than it used to be. You just back off. Just back right off hot ramen. And J Max is here. Cheers, J Max. Glad to see you. Always fun to see you.
Hey. I like how I wave at people. Like, hey,
great wave. No. So, but it's funny because before I had the channel, I started out on Instagram and I didn't even have an Instagram account. Like I had to learn how to do Instagram and everything. And so like my first video, oh gosh, I think it was with Jen actually, and it was in my kitchen because we were doing a cocktail. And the first like 3 minutes, I'm sideways in the video.
That's so funny.
It happens.
It's just how you learn and you grow. Just keep trying. Process of elimination, I guess, is how
Oh
you
my
figure
gosh.
it out.
Okay, so we're gonna do the Blackened now, right?
Yep, it's good. Mine's good.
Read the teleprompter. Dara, it says bottle flip.
Oh boy, what am I bottle flipping? Let me find one of these. You guys like it when I bottle flip the ancient age. I always like to do that one. Let's see here. Mainly because it's a plastic bottle and Bill's not here to monitor my bottle flipping skills. They've gotten better, but they're still not good. I got it. That was really terrible, honestly. Okay.
Yeah. I
Got it.
am a big chicken. I've never flipped a bottle.
I only practice with the plastic ones.
Good call.
Bill told me to flip this one.
Oh,
I don't think that's a good idea, but it is a little bit longer. It is a little bit longer. Okay, I could try again. I get scared because there's so many bottles behind me. I'm like,
do it.
Oh, that might be my best one yet. The tag kind of went flying, but
that was kind of impressive. Not gonna lie.
My cheeks are red. I'm blushing.
I cannot lie. I freaking love the nose on that. Hi, Matt. Cheers to you. ADHD whiskey in the house.
Hi, Maddykins.
So you said you are training for Matt Madness. Do you have your date yet?
Yeah, next Friday.
Ooh.
So not this one, but the next one. So now I'm like praying to God that this cold goes away. Like I'm so nervous. I'm a nervous wreck because I'm like, I can't have my palate and my nose be off. Like I took a drink of Victor's Tint earlier and it tasted so bad. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like I COVID all over again, which I don't, but like, oh, it tasted bad. It really tasted bad. And then the blind was not good either. So,
well, I got my date, and originally it was going to be like 10 days after my surgery, and I'm like, yeah, I can do it, sure. And then it got bumped back. So I'm in April now. I'm super excited to get my butt kicked in front of all of y'all, and you can point and laugh, but it'll be a blast. I'm so excited.
What? Heck yeah, Stacy, you're a girl. She said she picked us in the finals.
Yep. Thanks for having our back, Stacy. Cheers.
Cheers to Stacy.
Women got each other's backs. It's a thing. And it looks like Bourbon Bites said that he's competing. You guys are competing back to back.
We are. We're doing that double header. Although I will say that even though last Friday night did not go quite as planned, it was still very, very entertaining. It was I fell in love with Clifton. I didn't actually watch his channel before, or like listen to his podcast or anything before that. And now I'm like binging some Cliffiness. He's funny.
So Matt says, don't worry, Dara, that Dan Shook is probably coming down with all sorts of medical excuses.
I'm chugging the vitamin C already. I'm here for this. I'm not about to. Also, Matt did a review today of the Wabash Reserve. It's a sample that I sent him. It was literally the worst whiskey I've ever tasted besides Dickel Tabasco. So that's a video. Shout out to Matt for that video, because I'm glad he agreed with me. You know when you think something's bad and then you need somebody else to like reiterate, like to like confirm that you're not crazy. Like
it was your palate isn't just totally broke.
Yeah, it was a $75 bottle of whiskey. And it's from my like hometown, like not hometown, but the college I went to. So I went to K-State in Kansas, Manhattan, Kansas. And this distillery came out with this Wabash Reserve bottle. And it was like a 2-year-old bourbon. And it was sold for $75. And I got so excited because everybody wanted it. Oh, bad. It's bad.
So
Really?
cheers, Jeffrey Wack is here. Bourbon is here. Cheers. So Stacy wants to know, was it worse than Proper 12?
I don't know that I've ever had Proper 12, but it's
Okay.
bad. It's so bad, Matt took one sip of it and threw his Glen on the floor.
Just threw it down. Forget it. Forget about it.
For me, it's so bad that actually I can't even describe how bad it literally is. Like you left out corn on the counter all night. Like, do you ever have cream corn? Or like cream cheese corn with butter and like that kind of stuff in it? Like growing up, that's what I had. It not smelled, but it tasted like you left that out on the counter all night, and then you sprinkled some rotten cheese on it, and then like you let it sit in a cornfield where corn was blowing in. That is what it tasted like.
Your notes are like mine. I love it. Hey, cheers, Jason Busey. Glad you made it. So it's so funny that you talk about the cream corn because I just filmed a review and I haven't dropped it yet on this Grand Teton. No, what was it on? It wasn't on that. Yeah. The Grand Teton private stock. And all I got was like this heavy creamed corn right off the bat, like it just slapped you. It was interesting.
It's the worst. Like giving a bad review to something is hard for me. And then how do you feel about Irish whiskey?
I'm learning to love Irish whiskey, actually.
Me too. I love a good Irish whiskey. Oh, thanks, Lilith. But Fighting Irish 69, this like Irish whiskey that's like branded pretty cool. You probably see it in your liquor store. It has like a cool looking brand shelf everywhere. They put like a good thing setting up. Anyhow, I tried it and they sent me a little bottle of it to try, and they asked me for my review on it, and I was I was so stressed about it because I'm like, I want to give an honest review. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be honest about anything I have, because how are other people supposed to want to like try it or not try it or spend their money? Like, people are spending their money on stuff.
And you gotta be honest. You just,
yeah.
So I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm in Idaho. So we have a few distilleries around here, and there's one that I'm very close to, and they've come out with a great coffee whiskey that you would use like to make cocktails with. It's fantastic. Mm-hmm. And then they have a corn whiskey, and I've nosed it, but I haven't brought myself to taste it yet, because if it tastes like the nose, it's just not my jam. But you don't want to, especially when they're that close, you almost don't want to do a review, because if you hate it, you got to say that you don't like it.
Right. And you don't want to like hurt their feelings. Right. You don't want to like dog on something they're trying to grow, because literally distilleries are spending so much money. Mm-hmm. Like, it's so expensive to come up with your own whiskey and grow your brand, and it feels like it's hard to say, like, I know you spent all this money to build your brand and create your whiskey and all these years that go into it, for me to just be like, it sucks. Sorry. Try again.
So I figure on things like that, I just need to keep going back to it and make sure I still don't like it.
Right. Which it does change. Like, some things that I didn't think I liked before, I'm liking now, and things that I liked before I don't like now. It's kind of interesting.
So it's funny because I said that Shane Long is coming, going to be in Idaho, and he's going to stop in and say hi. And I just have to give him so much shit, because he's one of the people I'm going up against in Matt Madness. So between him and Chad, I'm not holding out a lot of hope for myself, but I'm going to come in hot. I'm going to bring whatever I have.
I believe in you.
Thank you.
I think you're going to crush it, and you're going to surprise yourself, and you're going to be like, yeah.
So, okay, I'm still drinking this. I really like it. I haven't put it down yet.
No, mine is really good too. Wait, the Blackened? Because I thought you said you weren't quite sure about it. Or wait, maybe you didn't.
No, that was the Angel's Envy. I wasn't sure.
Angel's Envy. Got it. Yeah, so, no, mine's good. Tell me what yours tastes like.
So I first found this when I went down to the Bastards Ball in Texas, and Hot Buttery Rolls had a bottle of it. And I was like, oh man, I really like that. And so I found a bottle down there and picked it up, and I came back to it later because sometimes when you're around a crap ton of really good whiskey, you have to go back and go, now, did I really like that, or is it because I drank a crap ton of really good whiskey? It's freaking fantastic. It's sweet. It's got a sweet, sweet finish, but right in the middle of it, there's enough of that peppery punch to counteract that sweetness.
See, my pepperiness comes in on the very back end of it, and I get like a little bit of like a tobacco / leather finish. Mine's a little sweeter up front, and then the mid palate, I get a fruit pop. It's like either like a cherry Tootsie Pop. So there's like a little bit of hidden like chocolate in there too in the mid palate, but overall it's super good. Maybe like cherry or blueberry, but also kind of reminds me of those they're blueberry chocolate covered bites. I don't know if you've ever had them.
Oh, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
yeah, they're good. They're super good. But like a dark chocolate, like a bitter kind of chocolate. It's good.
More like
really
a cocoa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but for me, the palate is a lot different than the nose.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's good. It's definitely worth what I paid for. It's really good. I like it a lot. Because it's got the proof, so the sweetness isn't like really overpowering. AOXO, cheers for being here first off. And Angels Envy Rye wasn't my jam. Just wasn't. Sorry.
It's all right. It's okay.
It's all right. It's okay. If I had to, I could drink it. But
I'm sure there are plenty of other ryes. I'm more of a rare breed rye kind of girl, like Wild Turkey rare breed rye.
I'm just not a rye girl. I'm just not a rye girl. I keep trying.
Have you tried a burr rye? How about a burr rye?
I have one. It should be here any day, and everybody says I need to try that one. So I'm kind of excited about that.
The new High West burr rye. Are you getting that one?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so okay. So we got a bottle of that, and I cannot. Like I literally want like 50 other bottles of it. It's so good. It's seriously so good.
Okay. Sorry, I was trying to make sure. I feel like I missed everything in chat. And for those of you that know, I really try. It is so. Whew. Okay, so Whiskey Mountain says Burr Rye should be arriving tomorrow with that person that you paid to hand deliver it to me. Thank you so much. Super excited.
Hand delivery is really great.
My Penelope though. I got my Penelope, which is super exciting.
Oh wait, okay, like the light whiskey.
Yeah, is it out here?
Oh my gosh, I've been hunting. Like I'm trying to find somebody. If anybody wants to hit me up to. Oh, the toasted.
Yeah, this is the toasted, and this is the Junkies pick.
Awesome. That's going to be a great. I'm curious to see what you think about that. That's going to be great. I love Penelope. I love everything that they do. I cannot wait to get the light whiskey. Can't find it in Colorado yet, but I keep messaging Michael from Penelope. I'm like, can you get this to Colorado? I really want it.
Yeah, and we don't get Penelope here at all. So,
oh dang.
Yeah. So Livewire, I just saw. I'm trying to find his comment that I see. I'm really bad at this. I see stuff that I want to say. Oh, I lost it. It's gone. But it had something to do with the fact that, oh, there it is. I found it. Women of Whiskeys, we need to make sure Dara and Bill come up for the meetup in June. Yep.
There's a meetup in June? Like
yes, in Colorado.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Heck yeah. We live here. That's where I'm like, we live here. We almost have driven to Utah so many weekends in a row now. Like we keep saying, like, we were joking that this coming weekend that we're just gonna drive to Utah. We can get there by like 2 and then we'll be back. Oh, really? Penelope's good, Lilith. I hope you like it.
Yeah, they have it in Australia. Good to know.
I want to
So
go to
yeah,
Australia.
there is a meetup in June. We're coming out for it, so it'd be cool if you made it up for it. That'd be great.
Heck
And
yeah. Do
then
you know?
if you come to Utah, literally hours from me. So just saying.
Okay, then meet up. So meet up in Colorado, meet up in Utah, meet up in Idaho. I've never been to Idaho, but I'm all about going
Oh
places.
my gosh. Yeah, it's winter's not my fave, but spring and summer are freaking fantastic here. So
I love winter because I love snow and we get a lot of that here, but um I don't know. I like the spring and the hiking here in Colorado. It's really nice. There's
yeah.
so much to do outside. It's just so beautiful. It never gets super hot. Like there are some hot days, but much more cool days. So it's nice.
Whiskey Mountain says, Michelle, watch out. Next time I might try to take you on a hike. Never gonna happen. I I want to be a hiker. I want to go see the beautiful views and all of the glory. I am just way too lazy and out of shape to get there. It's
I
fun.
feel that, but I love hiking. And actually, okay, so I'm gonna challenge Adriana to this. Come to Colorado in the summertime and we will do a 14er and we will record a video on a 14er whenever we can't breathe or think, but we'll do one. So those are like the 14,000-foot mountains. If nobody, some people don't know when they're not from our area, they're
Sure.
like, what's a 14er?
Yeah.
But there's some great ones, and it's always super fun to like drink when you get to the top. Nothing better for me. Normally, I crack a beer, but now that I like whiskey, just throw a bottle of whiskey in there, crack a dram. I've got that little case for my Glens
Yep.
now. There's like, so nice.
Yeah. Okay.
I want
Shall
to.
we move? What are we
Sorry,
doing
go
now?
ahead.
What are we going to do
I'm a
now?
chatter. How about maybe the double oaked,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then maybe go to the double oaked, and then maybe the Midwinter's night, and then maybe the Pfeiffer. I don't
Sure.
know. I'm trying to think about this. It's your channel. I'm just
No.
talking.
Oh, go for it. There's no freaking rules on my channel. Just be nice. Okay, so Independent Joe says I should go on a hike with Adriana. She gets tired easy anyway. Okay, that might be up my alley. I mean, let's face it, 16 years with William, and he still hasn't gotten me to hike into a camping spot yet. So I love to hike. I just like the ones that I could take a few steps off the dirt road.
I love camping. I also like hunting too. So like hunting and fishing. So I kind of just hiking and do all that stuff too. It's fun.
Yeah. So I married a man that loves to hike and hunt and fish and all that stuff. And I'm like, I love to camp and I just learned I love to fish, but I don't know. I don't know. My goal is to get more in shape in the next year. And then maybe I don't want to look ridiculous when I'm like, yeah,
I feel like that right now, and I'm sitting here.
but you woke up with a cold.
Yeah, I
Okay,
totally
Hot
did.
Robin may have said the one thing that will get me to hike. Just saying, I have this thing about sheep. I freaking love sheep. I might
Oh,
hike for a sheep. A sheep? A sheep. Yeah.
I could take you. So there's a place in Colorado, Mount Evans. Actually, no. I will take you to see some sheep, some bighorn sheep that you don't actually have to do much hiking. You could probably, and you should come in the fall because you'll see the leaves and the bighorn sheep, but you can just drive up Guanella Pass and you drive and then you get up there and like while you're driving, the sheep are like right out your window and you just like you can roll down your window, take your pictures, and then
Yeah.
you can like drive up and you could see all the fall leaves and they're so beautiful. So beautiful.
Hot Ramen, you don't hunt sheep. That's just mean. I hunt them to feed them treats or something. I don't know. Stacey H, I'll go to Ireland to see sheep. Heck yeah. Jason Busey, I think that counts. I absolutely think that counts. Okay.
Heck
Totally.
yeah.
You know, Woodford Double Oak never gets old. I know that there's like a love-hate relationship in this community with Woodford Double Oak. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I love it. It never gets old.
So I did not, like I told you before, I did not like it as much when I first started out. But then I did my toasted toss-up blind, and this came out, I think, number 2 for me, which
Yeah.
I was shocked by because I was like, I don't like Woodford. I don't like it. And every time I say that, then the one I don't like always finishes up top in my blinds. And I'm like, dang it. But now the nose on is really nice.
Uh,
It's really nice.
I think, is this one that I'm drinking? Is this a. Okay, this one's not the Idaho pick. I had a couple of the Idaho picks, and I like the regular Woodford better than the Idaho picks. So, oh gosh, Livewire, thank you for reminding me. For those of you that just came in late, we are doing a double giveaway tonight. Doug H was so freaking cool and donated back the McKenna bottle that he won last week. So the McKenna 10-year is up for grabs tonight, as well as the Willet Rye. So we're going to do both these bottles. As it stands now, it doesn't look like we have a ton of entries in it, which is freaking fantastic. Good odds, because we're going to give them both away. Every $5 donation gets you in. Just tag Jen A. Rocks so that she knows you did it. She's tracking for me tonight. For those of you, you know Jen. She's Women Whiskeys. She focuses on that criminals and cocktails and comes up with all the good stuff for us to drink. And then we go talk about crime and whiskey, which kind of go hand in hand sometimes.
Ooh, if you ever need someone in on that, I'm totally in. I actually have a degree in criminology, and crime is like my secret passion.
Nice. Totally going to do it. So
It's a weird, creepy passion.
And okay, Jason Busey is just messaging me a bunch of sheep pictures. I'm dying right now. They're freaking fantastic. They're massive bighorn sheep. So
I love it. That's great. That's really
he's
great.
just messaging me a crap ton of them. So, but yeah, so it's been kind of a fun journey for Jen and I, because that's how we kind of came together. We both love true crime. And I was like, gosh, what am I doing when I'm watching these true crime YouTubes or listening to, I'm drinking whiskey. Well, if us women love whiskey and us women like to learn how to murder people and get away with it, then we should have Women Whiskeys, Criminals and Cocktails.
So. I love it. I love that. It's so much fun. My coworkers think I'm really creepy. I mean, I work in news, so that's already creepy enough. But I'm over here like, I can't wait to get an interview with a crime scene analyst so I can know why people want to work in crime and why they want to test blood samples and do all that. But I can't wait.
And it's funny because it's a nice balance, because like Jen is really into that part of like the scientific part and how it all comes together and how they catch them and how DNA stuff is just coming along so much more now than it used to. And I'm more like, how did they get like this? I mean, how did it start from the back end all the way up? And so it works out really good.
The whole psychology behind the criminal mind.
Nurture versus nature kind of thing. I mean, I don't know.
That's a ton of everything that I studied in college. My favorite course was like serial murder course, where we actually got to interview serial killers. We got like serial killers like from prison over like a Zoom call before Zoom was even a thing. Like, I mean, it wasn't Zoom. It was probably like I don't even know, webcams. But yeah, it's really cool.
Oh yeah, Lil, you're right. We do have a few sisters in blue in the chat. So
heck yes. I have to keep looking at chat. Normally I can see the chat up there, but I'm like, I can't see it right now.
It's so funny. I have it up there, but yeah, I still look down at my laptop, which I could probably see it better. I don't know. Kathy
I'm
Jo's
wondering
in
if
the house. So, Kathy Jo, cheers to you. Tell you a little bit about Kathy Jo. She's going to be my guest next Wednesday. She lives here, and I met
Ooh.
her. I'm blessed. I have a winery like 3 blocks up the street from my house now, where we moved. It's thank goodness they're only open on the weekends. So, anyway, I met Kathy Jo up there with her little dog Mustard. And
Oh, what a name. I love the name.
I love the name too. It totally fits this little dog. And Mustard is small enough to play with my little Ellie. So, of course, we're really good friends now. And she loves wine, and she is getting into whiskey. She showed up the other night and brought me a bottle. They're so sweet. They show up with this bottle. It's a local bottle where we're at. Again, you can't see it. Snake River Stampede small batch. It's good. But anyway, long story short, she's going to be my guest, and we are going to convert this wine drinker into a full-on bourbon drinker. And I'm going to blind flight some stuff for her, and we're going to see what she thinks of it. Maybe a little bit of what I started with and a little bit of what I like now, and go from there.
That's awesome.
And it'll be like my first in-person guest technically on my channel. So,
Ooh.
yeah, it'll be fun.
I always think about that, like how fun it would be. I have Bill on here sometimes, like on my live streams, but, well, I guess once, but I think it'd be fun to have guests like in-house. It kind of feels, I don't know.
Oh my gosh. I can't get off this Woodford Double Oak. It's so good. So what is the main note you get hit with on this?
Main note. Honestly,
oak. No.
I do get the oak, but for me it's more of like an orange peely oak. Like if you took and this might be my nose tonight because I don't know if I've normally thought this. Like normally I get like a toasted marshmallow and some chocolate, but tonight I'm also getting that orange. It's like an orange peel note that I really, really like that I hadn't gotten on here before. So it's really nice. It's almost like, okay, so I want to say this and preface it with not like cleaner, but it kind of reminds me of the smell of like Pledge, like the Pledge orange cleaner, but not like in a way that's cleaner. If that makes sense.
Nope. Just kidding.
Do you know the Pledge orange cleaner?
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it.
Oh. It could be my cold too. We could be coming up with. I'm making it.
Thanks for popping in.
I'm making up things.
I do kind of get that. Okay, I kind of get that because I get like a little bit of grapefruit.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I can't get the orange Pledge though. There's definitely citrus in there.
It almost reminds me. It reminds me of like sorry. It reminds me if I like sprayed orange Pledge on wood and I was cleaning it. I get that smell, but not that it was like a cleaner. I don't know. Just what I'm getting.
I could see how you would get that though, because you've got that citrus mixed with that little bit of spice, and then you got
the oakiness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. That's really good. Make sure that if you guys are donating to get into the entry that you are tagging Jen A. Rocks so that we get you put into the randomizer for tonight. We're going to be wrapping that up here probably in the next 10 minutes or so. So you still got about 10 minutes to get those entries in for Henry McKenna or the Willett. Okay, so you said you wanted to do which one after that, did you say?
Oh, gosh, I'm up for anything. I just finished mine, actually. What are you thinking?
We did Angel's Envy, Blackened, Woodford, Midwinter?
Sounds good to me.
All right.
What is everybody's favorite, like, finished whiskey in the chat? What everybody like? I'm curious.
C. Castro, hello. How are you? I do want to know, So a couple of things. I'd like to know, one, your guys' favorite finished whiskey that was finished in a wine barrel, and then your favorite finished whiskey that doesn't have a wine finish on it. Because I think they're very different. I think when I know for me, when I first started getting into whiskey, when someone said finished, I automatically thought it had to be like finished in a wine or had to have that sweet note, where that's not the case. So, back then I never would have thought that Woodford Reserve Double Oak was technically a finished whiskey. So
Definitely.
okay, Lilith. Lilith says that she's a total Angels Envy fangirl, has been for many years. And Stacy H,
Ooh.
Redbreast Palace Bar, all sherry cask.
I love sherry cask finished whiskeys. I have not, so I really want to try that Redbreast PX cask, like the sherry cask finished. I don't know what it is, but it sounds delicious. Oh, stall. Maker's
I
Mark
get it.
46.
Me too, Mike. Maker's Mark 46 cask strength. Okay, Nate, I'm with you on that. I'm absolutely with you on that, Midwinter. I will say that ever since I first tasted Midwinter Night's Dram, and it was back, I think it was when I was more of a wine drinker than I was a whiskey drinker, I just fell in love. And, I'd probably sell one of my kids for it. I don't know.
It's so darn good. It literally makes me think of Christmas time in a glass. It's like all those smells that you get of like when you're going to cut down a Christmas tree, but then it's like those sweeter notes and it's so balanced and it's just like sugar plums and love it.
So Whiskey Wars, the Bardstown Pfifer Pavitt. Yeah, we're getting ready to do that next.
That's a good one. It is really good. I like it a lot. I like the Bardstown for Ron too. I can't wait to try the Founders. I love that KBS Founders beer, and I'm curious to see what it tastes like.
What is it?
So KBS is like stout beers. Like they have KBS stouts generally, and they finished Bardstown in a KBS stout barrel, and I'm curious to get it and try it. So might be good. Some stout finishes I've had are good, and some aren't.
Lilith, I wonder if mine.
Ooh, tawny port.
Okay, yeah. So Lilith, I have the Starward wine finished. I have not tried it. William's been drinking on it, as you can tell. I need to pull that out and try it. I don't like wine and haven't really loved a wine finished whiskey. You haven't had the right ones.
I love wine, but I love wine finished whiskeys too, especially like High West. Oh, High West has some really good like Malbec and what's the other one I really like? Grenache. The Grenache finish is one of my favorites. Middleton Blair Gaelic Knockrath finish in Virgin Irish Oak.
What? Did I miss one? Oh, oops. My favorite finished whiskey is Joseph Magnus Triple Cask for sure. Lilith,
I haven't tried that.
Oh, a tawny port cask.
I swear I've had something that's finished in a tawny port cask, but I can't remember what it is. I like a lot of like peated scotch that's finished in like sherry. Oh, I'm a huge peated scotch fan. So if there are any peated scotch fans out, tomorrow I'm releasing an Octomore 12.3 video. So it's like heavily peated scotch.
See, and I thought we were going to be such good friends. Just kidding. No, my husband very much loves peat. I'm not there yet, but I'm keeping an open mind that maybe baby steps. I always say it's kind of like, you start out with a Starbucks coffee and you finally make it to a black coffee. That's kind of what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, you kind of start off with a frappuccino, and then you end up like one day you're like, the black coffee's pretty good once. Oh my gosh, LimeWire.
So yeah, Whiskey Wars, I want to say that I had an opportunity for a sample of the XO, and for some reason it just never made it here. I'd be interested in seeing what the difference is on those.
Do you guys actually get the Bardstown out in Idaho?
Nope.
You guys
We
don't get a lot of the good stuff.
No, but when we do, it's MSRP. So it's kind of I don't know. I'm lucky that I get hand deliveries, or I'd probably be really upset.
Do you get the Coy Hills out there? Like, did you get Coy Hill?
I did get a Coy Hill here, but they only dropped, I think, one in our area. And then I think they're supposed to drop a few more. But when they drop, it could be cases or it could be 3 bottles in the entire area. You just never know. And then you don't know where they are. So you have to know someone that'll tell you. We miss out on a lot of stuff. In fact, this Saturday, we're getting up early to go try and catch some of the stuff that's coming out this week because I'm interested in them.
We do the same thing. We spend so much time on the weekends and during the week hunting, like whether we're leaving on our lunch breaks, or that was the one thing that was nice from working from home, which Bill still does. But for me, I'm like back in the office and oh, dang it. Because I could, before like make a run to the liquor store or whatever. Now we spend a lot of time on weekends going, and then like afternoons, because since I start at 4 a.m., I usually I'm done at 12:30. So I can go hunt in the afternoon as long as some people put their stuff out in the afternoons, which is so nice.
Yeah. Well, and so when we had the Idaho meetup last summer, we all went down and stood in line because when they drop stuff, you got to stand in line. And there's people that it gets brutal here. Like people put their camp chairs out, and then they go get coffee, and people are kicking the camp chairs out of the way because they're mad that they're not standing in line. I mean, there's hands being thrown around here for stuff. And so Idaho got sick of it and went, okay, fine. You can no longer go online and see what's coming in. And it's just a true treasure hunt now. You just have to figure it out.
Doesn't Utah still do it to where you can see what's coming out? I don't know how that works, but Utah's similar to Idaho, I think.
Yep, they're pretty similar. Idaho just changed
Colorado, you have no idea what's coming, whatever it's coming.
Yeah, and I mean, you start hearing whispers, and technically they're supposed to. What did I miss? Okay, so let's.
Am I frozen?
Nope, you're here. You're with us. Are you buffering over there? What's going on? Well, we still see you. Can you see us? Oh, just kidding. Okay. Well, you guys want to drink with me? She looks like a little robot. Okay. So, I don't know. So far I'm doing I did not care for the Angel's Envy that much. It had a little too much pickle for me. And so that's really the only one I haven't liked. And funny, it was the only one I hadn't tried. So are you back?
I'm back. I think it was weird. Like my internet just dropped out. That has never happened to me. I'm like, I think I'm here.
Uh-oh. There. Okay. Oh, technical difficulties are the worst. It's my biggest anxiety. I'm telling you.
Me too. I realized I wasn't on the 5G, so I switched to the 5G whenever I went off. I'm like, oh my gosh, how did I not? Because we have two little ones, the regular, and then one's the 5G. So I switched to the 5G. But hopefully I'm here now.
Okay. Should we pour this Bardstown?
Yeah, I poured mine up in this one.
Did.
This is good stuff.
Yeah, I
can't wait.
I'm doing a little sample bottle that I got a while back. And I want to say I want to say Bubble Bath Bourbon sent me this a long time ago. And so I think.
I can't wait to go back to Bardstown in May. We have a Kentucky trip planned we're going to in May, and I am pumped. It's the weekend after the Derby, so like we're going there like right after, which will be nice. But I wish we were going to Whiskey Weekend.
I actually was supposed to go to Whiskey Weekend, and I'm so bummed that they bumped my surgery back by a month, which put it like right before Whiskey Weekend, and I'm like, oh, it just ruined everything. But
Dag nabbit.
but it does look I may have an opportunity to go with some people down to Kentucky for some things. Looks like maybe in May. See how that plays out. That'd be kind of fun.
If you do go, maybe it'll be the same weekend I'll be there. That would be awesome.
When are you going?
We are going, I want to say it is May. Hold on, I'm going to look at my calendar. I'm waiting for Bill to text me and be like, we're going May, blah, blah, blah.
Whiskey Wars says, Average Trigger, don't feel bad. Here in Southern Kentucky, everything is 1G.
Aw. I think we're going from, I want to say the 16th through the 20th. No, wait, hold on. Let me make sure. I don't know what the dates are.
No, we'll figure it out. It'd be kind of cool.
Yes.
Okay, if anyone ends up at New Riff, give Stacy a shout. She's not too far from there.
I love New Riff.
Oh, Independent Joe, thank you for dropping that Patreon link, because I'm getting ready. We just dropped the cocktail voting in, and I'm getting ready to put out the next 4 crimes for people to vote on that we're going to do for Criminals and Cocktails.
Ooh.
And so if you've been on the fence about joining the Patreon, get in before I drop it and do the voting. I mean, there's a lot of other perks, but that's my personal favorite perk, is you guys get to choose what crime we do, because I think that it's such a wide variety. There's so many crimes to choose from that I love the input, and I love having you guys choose, you know?
I love it. I need to go be a Patreon. I need to be a Patreon.
Oh my gosh.
So good.
I have not had this in probably a year now, so 9 months, a year. So it's interesting to go back to it now.
Oh, it's so good.
Independent Joe, Whiskey Wars, don't be modest. Yours is dial-up at best.
Like, plug it in.
Oh my God. Get off the phone. I'm on the computer. Shane, thank you so much for that. Good. Make sure you vote, because I want everyone to vote. It's important to me.
We are going May 11th through May 14th.
Okay. They haven't set any dates yet, so I will keep you posted if I'm even going, because there's a lot of people that want to go, and I definitely don't want to take that opportunity away from someone that might not otherwise be able to go to Kentucky. So we'll just kind of see how it plays out. If not, I mean, we're traveling so much this year, God willing. It's our first year being empty nesters, and so we just are like, woohoo, let's go everywhere. See everyone.
That's so exciting. How many kids do you have?
3, and my youngest just went off to college last August. So
that's so exciting.
It's like bittersweet, you know. Will was like, there's the door, I love you, I know you'll come back to visit, get out. And I was more like, don't leave me. And now I'm more like, what do you mean you want to come visit? Can you come next weekend? I got plans. No, not really. Actually, I love the fact that my youngest is close enough. She comes back at least once a month, if not a couple times a month, to say hi.
That's awesome. I kind of feel like that with my parents now. They moved to Tulsa, and I'm like, oh, I need to come visit you. I used to be the one in college. I would come I was an hour and a half away from them, so not super far away, but I visited them quite a bit. Now I'm out here in Colorado, and they're in Tulsa, so it's a little different.
Yeah. Chris Cox is going to be in Park City and Salt Lake next week.
Ooh.
And any whiskey destinations aside from High West? I really want to love High West because it's only like 4 hours from me in Park City. Because there's not a lot of big whiskey destinations. There's some good whiskey bars, but distilleries and such, not really. They're not huge fans of alcohol anyway, so I don't know. Was that a good way to put it? That was a good way to put it.
I think that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. So, okay, I was sipping on it, but I wasn't paying attention. I'm going to pay attention now because it's been so long since I had it.
I know, I need it.
Okay. So now that I've sipped on it, I'm going to give a full disclaimer. When I tried this before, I was like, I'm so glad I didn't pay for it because I don't like it. And I was actually hunting it and I was like, I freaking hate it. It's so bad. And now I'm like, it's not. It's really not. It's pretty good. I can't believe I hated it.
It's crazy how your taste will change over time.
Yeah, it was about the same time that I was getting Starlights. And so, let's just face it, Starlight puts out some really good finished whiskey.
I have not tried any Starlights yet.
Oh, do it.
I've heard so many people say, I don't think we get it in I've never seen it in Colorado.
Yeah, I can't get it in Idaho either, but
we need some hand deliveries of that stuff.
Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do before you come help us with crime. Maybe we'll have a Starlight night while we do crime.
Starlight, Starbright.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I had so much anxiety over it because I'm vain and I did it different. So I needed that. No,
your hair looks great. Your hair always looks great.
Oh, thank you very much. I was telling Will, I'm like, it's different. And I'm going on. And he's like, oh, I'm a guy. It's like,
and Bill is the same way. I'm like doing this FaceTime with him. I'm like, I'm sick and I didn't even feel like doing my hair. I'm like, so I just put these things in it.
Okay, you never know what you're going to get on Women of Whiskeys. We'll talk about the hair. We'll talk about camping and hiking and hunting and sheep, and whiskey.
I love it. I love it. This is so much fun.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. By the way, 3 minutes. We're going to cut this giveaway off at 2 minutes at 10:15 my time. So in 2 minutes, we are going to cut this off. So last chance to get in for that double giveaway.
Get your money in.
Get your money in.
Support the Women of Whiskeys.
Honestly, though, right, Dara? It really helps a small channel be able to buy bottles and all that kind of stuff. Makes all the difference.
It's crazy how expensive it is. Like I'm sure people that drink whiskey realize, but it's like you're trying to get a new bottle to review every time. And then like the stream is like even StreamYard's expensive. It's like $50 for StreamYard if you want to have the best quality. And then it's like your camera and your mic, and lights, and it adds up really fast. So yes.
Okay. So Adriana, I'm really glad that you brought this up. I almost forgot. Yes, Chris Cox. There is a place called the Prohibition. It was freaking cool. William and I went there when we went to visit, and really good drinks, amazing food, awesome atmosphere. You do go through this little door. Definitely check it out. I want to say it's right by you, Adriana. I don't know what area that is, but it's like 10 minutes from you, I think. So, what did I see up here? Starlight Sherry Finish is one of Deathless Dog's favorites.
Ooh.
My favorite used to be the Starlight Port Finished, but I have completely fallen in love with their Double Oak. It's so good. But then Port Finish I haven't had one I don't like, and they've got a gazillion of them, but I also got some picks from Irene Tan. Holy moly. Those were amazing. She has some great picks. Mm.
I love sherry finished. Like seriously, I love most things that are sherry finished.
Yeah.
I like toasted finishes.
Is that
Oh,
your thing, sherry finished ones, if you're going to get a finished one?
yeah, I mean, I love it, especially when it comes to like when it comes to like Scotch, especially. I love like like Lefroy Cargis is like sherry.
Oh, Hot Ramen, thank you. You do that. Hot Ramen makes hair products in their free time.
What?
That's awesome. I wouldn't even begin to know what goes into that. That's super, super cool. We should
That
talk.
is that is really cool. I'm trying to go back and look at chat. I can't look at it on my screen, so I'm like,
So bad. Okay, so there are some really great channels that are in chat that have been huge supporters of Women in Whiskey, and you got to check their channels out. At least check them out. They're good. I wouldn't tell you to go check them out if they aren't. Give a little subscribe. I mean, we've got Independent Joe in here who does a pub style. He's dropping links. He's supporting everyone. I mean, Whiskey Mountains, Adriana, she does that whole hiking thing that she's trying to talk me into, and then does reviews while she's out hiking. Let's see, we've got, goodness sakes, Deathless Dogs is another link I saw dropped in here. Livewire Whiskey is another pub style. And I'll tell you right now, Livewire Whiskey has supported us from the very beginning. When technical crap went wrong and I thought I was just going to be humiliated and embarrassed, it's the first person that would text me is Mike going, do you need help? Yeah, I need help. Are you
can you tell me what to do?
Oh, goodness.
He was helping me out right before my very first live stream. I had some echo going on and I didn't know what it was, but we like got a new cord and it worked right away. But it was right before our big fundraiser live stream. And I was so stressed. I mean, I was literally like, if this doesn't go perfect, I don't know what will. Cause it was literally my first live stream. And I did this giant fundraiser. I'm like, oh my God.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut that fundraiser off. So Jen, if you want to go ahead and let me know when you have the numbers, that would be great. So thank you all that donated. Good luck. For those of you, I mean, there's a lot of times that I can't donate to. So that's totally fine. If you wouldn't mind just hitting that like button, that is a free way to totally support my channel. And then jump on over and subscribe to Dara's and at least check out what she's doing. I promise you won't be disappointed. So, meanwhile, you did a great charity stream. I did a little one.
No, yours was amazing. Yours was amazing.
It was fun. It was so much fun. And we did raise some great money for a great cause.
Heck
But,
yeah.
that whole vanity thing, the day before, I thought, oh, I got to touch my roots up. And I went in and my hairstylist walked out as I was walking in. He was walking out because he just found out he thought he might have COVID. So his assistant was just going to touch the roots up and she touched the roots up down to here. So I'm not kidding you. The night before, I took Dawn dish soap and just scrubbed it all
to like remove all the toner and everything. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm right there with you because the night, like right before my live stream, I'm like, got my hair done. Then I was like, I gotta get a spray tan. So I got a spray tan, and then I was like, my makeup is gonna be perfect. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to lose like 5 pounds.
Us women, we're just ridiculous. Okay.
Whiten my teeth. Oh, ridiculous.
Whiten your teeth. Okay. We have 34 entries, and we're giving away 2 things. So the first number we'll get to choose between the McKenna and the Willett. So unless they're not here, then I don't know what we'll do. If they're not here, then I guess the second person will choose between the McKenna and the Willett. Sound good? Okay.
Let's go.
Dara, you're the guest. You picked the number between 1 and 34.
7.
7 is the number. So Jen's going to randomize that and let us know who that is. Jen, thank you so much.
Jen, you are amazing. I love everybody in chat. I just want to give everybody a hug because everybody's so amazing.
I know that everybody sees my face a lot. You got to know Jen is like, she's the behind the scenes digging into those cases, and it's freaking, I don't know what I would do without a partner. I think I would. It's so hard.
You're doing great.
So I'm seeing. Okay.
Big Vic.
I'm so bad. I lost it. See, it's those dead pauses that'll kill you every time.
No, it looks like Big Vic.
That's where I saw it. Okay. Big Vic is number 7. Big Vic, are you still in the chat? Congratulations.
Big Vic! What
Vic,
up,
are you
Big
here?
Vic?
Yay, he's here. Woo, woo. Cheers.
Woo!
Okay, Vic, do you want the McKenna or the Willet Rye? The Willet Rye, I believe, is it's the 110 proof. So let me know in chat.
Congratulations, Big Vic! Woo! Woo!
Yes, Lilith, I'm so glad that you're teaching him that. That's an important thing for him to understand. Okay. Vic would like the McKenna. So the next number, they get the Willet Straight Rye. Dara, go ahead and pick another number.
Me? No.
Yeah, do it. Just do it.
Okay, let's go with what are you said up to 34?
34, 1 and 34.
Let's go to 32, because that's how old I am.
Oh my gosh, I'm so old. It's okay though. The alternative is not favorable, so. Okay.
You're not old.
Okay, we got to talk. We didn't talk about this. What is your thoughts on it?
It's really good. I really like it. I need to drink a little. Hold on.
Okay. William, that's not what I heard. I read it. I know what it said. It's fact now. It's on the internet. It must be true.
I like it. I feel like I get a little bit of spiciness out of this even. Like I get that grapiness, but then I also get like a spiciness on the back end that I really like.
Yeah, on the back you get it's peppery, but it's not black pepper. It's something else.
Like more like a white peppery or a cinnamon, more or like maybe even a little bit of a cayenne even. Like not like a maybe not cayenne. I would say more of like a white pepper versus a black pepper.
Lil won it. Lilith Morgan is number 32.
Ooh!
I can literally hand deliver that in September to you, Lil.
Or you're going to Australia?
What's that?
You're going to Australia?
No, she's coming to Vegas. So I'm going to go down there. We're all going, everybody's going down there. And I'm going to bring her Willet and her Stag Junior flight.
Yes.
Way
to go, Lilith.
Cheers,
heck yes. Woo!
Okay, so we ran a little over tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Please don't forget to go check out Dara's channel, The Average Drinker. And on your way out, hit the like. Dara, you go live on Mondays, right?
I go live on Mondays. Yeah, it's 6 Mountain Standard, MSC.
MSC.
I'm like,
okay. So, and then don't forget, we're here every Wednesday. 4th Wednesday of the month is Criminals and Cocktails. And make sure that you share your whiskey with your friends. There's no wrong way to drink your whiskey. And we will see you next Wednesday. Everybody, cheers.
Cheers. Thank you so much for let me be on with you.
I'm so glad you were able to do it. It was fun.
So fun.